Canon's found a way to improve the image quality delivered by a lens through the reduction of electromagnetic interference. In Canon patent application JP 2024-072582, filed on November the 16th, 2022 and published May the 28th, 2024, apparently Canon's found a way to improve the image quality delivered by a lens through the reduction of electromagnetic interference. I always knew that heat buildup inside a camera could reduce image quality by affecting the image sensor as well as the image processor. But for some strange reason, I never gave a thought to electromagnetic interference, although spending decades in computers, I knew that this was definitely a problem, which is why we had internal shielding. Anyhow, how has Canon gone about solving this problem, allowing us to get better improved, or shall I say, improved image quality? Well, this is accomplished by moving the circuitry outside of the lens. The arrangement of the coil component and the core portions of the printed circuit board help to manage and mitigate electromagnetic interference. And by strategically placing the first winding core portion with fewer turns closer to the optical axis, and the second winding core portion with more turns further away, the design minimizes the impact of electromagnetic interference on the image sensor. The magnetic outer walls provide additional shielding to contain and direct the electromagnetic fields, thereby reducing the interference with the sensor and other sensitive components. This patent application actually took me a little bit down memory lane. For old people like me, sometimes it can be hearing a song or seeing a photo, but in this case it was actually reading a patent application. You see, when I was young, what we had for entertainment were black and white televisions, transistor radios, and then we got to actually experience some modern computers like the VIC-20 or Commodore 64. And what was interesting about some of those early electronic devices is, well, electromagnetic interference was definitely a thing. Things weren't nearly as well shielded, and when it came to picking up reception, you really got to experience firsthand what the electromagnetic field was all about, because if your television station wasn't pulling in the best reception, all you had to do was touch the antenna or the side of the television, and guess what? Things got better. Walked away, they got worse. And sometimes you would end up just holding onto the TV during the World Cup or some other baseball series, the World Series. Same with radio stations and even those earlier computers like a VIC-20 or Commodore 64. Things weren't nearly as well shielded back then as they are today. And while things are so much better shielded today, apparently electromagnetic interference is still a thing. Well, at least for the short term. As far as this patent application getting shelved, I don't think so. I think what we're likely to see is the solution in this patent application to show up in upcoming Canon lenses. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they've already introduced some of these solutions into lenses that we see that were recently released onto the marketplace. But now it's time to turn our attention to deals of the week. The Nikkor 24-70 f2.8 is $1996, $400 off. That's $100 less than the Canon RF 24-70 f2.8, which is $20.99. The Nikon Z8 is still on sale at $500 off, and the Canon EOS R5 is still $28.99. That's $1,000 off its list price. And Sony continues their sale of the A7R5, the A7S III, and the A7 IV. And if you're interested in picking up any of these lenses or camera bodies which are on sale, then please consider using my affiliate links in the description down below. Those aren't the only camera bodies and lenses that were on sale. These are the ones I'm highlighting this week, but if you take a look at the description, you'll see some 20 links. If you're looking at buying a camera right now and it's not a new camera, it's been out on the market, take a look using these links, because I think you're going to see that almost everything is on sale. From Canon, from the Canon EOS R3 all the way down to the R100. We're seeing the same thing with Sony. Sony doesn't have a lot of sales. We're seeing the same thing with Nikon, and even Fujifilm and Pentax have some sales as well. So one other thing though, if you do use my affiliate links down below, I could get anywhere from 3 to 12% back depending on who you purchase from and what you purchase. And that goes right back into supporting this channel. You don't have to put in any special codes, fill out any special forms. They take you directly to the B&H, Adorama, or Amazon website, just like you would go there yourself. The only difference is you get to benefit from great savings, and I get a small commission back from B&H, Amazon, or what would I say, B&H, Amazon, or Adorama.com. And what's really interesting is, despite the commission I get back, you don't pay any more than if you go on the websites by yourself. Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest, or if you have any specific types of stories you'd like to see me cover, go ahead and let me know by dropping a message in the description down below. And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest news stories, then go ahead and subscribe and choose all notifications. But don't feel pressured to doing that. You could also follow me on X, where I tweet out all that information that isn't quite big enough to have its own separate video. I also do tweet out, not always, but most of the time when I publish a video, I'll also tweet out that as well. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you again soon.